Hello YouTube, I'm doing a review on the Lenovo Y410P. I've had this laptop for around a month now, and I've used it to play games, I've used it for, general purposes, and I've messed with it, and I've come to the conclusion after this month of usage that I'm really glad that I bought this laptop. It outperforms all my other laptops that I've owned in my life, and it was actually a really decent price. Nothing like, if you're looking for a good gaming laptop and you don't want to spend the thousands of dollars on let's say Alienware or the Razer laptop, even though they do look nice, in my opinion, I guess you could go to the cheaper alternative that has the same specs and the same graphics, the same graphic card. When I was researching for gaming laptops, I think the Alienware laptop had the same exact graphics card as this one, which is, I guess maybe there was only a slight difference, and if not, it's just the logo, really pretty much what they're charging you for. Other than that, and I'm pretty proud of my purchase. Lenovo did a good job with this laptop. There's just a few things that I could say that I didn't like about it, and here's this video to hopefully answer some of the questions you have. Alright, to start off, the top of the laptop, it's plastic. I guess hard plastic. It's really nice. It's really smooth, not cheap. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like cheap plastic. It looks nice. It has a little checkered look, if you can see on the camera. When I saw this in the pictures, I was honest, I thought I was not gonna like it, but man, I actually really like the way it looks, especially the Lenovo logo. It's all metal. I guess you could say metal. I don't know, but it just looks really nice. I really love this laptop. I'm really proud of my purchase, but let me tell you the cons to it. Okay. One of the cons to it is that the screen bezel. They sacrificed a lot of screen space. There's a really big screen bezel on top that you can see. You see my thumb is pretty much the whole space. It's it's ruining the real estate of the screen, where they could have added more length and even more width. And that is one of the cons that I would say of this laptop. That if you're looking for the biggest screen size, I would say go with a different laptop. Alright, another con would be the touchpad. As you've noticed, I don't know if you've read any other reviews, but when I was researching for a laptop, people were saying that the touchpad was horrible. Well, in my opinion, I would say it's decent. It's not like the worst thing I've used, but since there's no physical buttons, that is one of the things I didn't like about it. But it's responsive. I don't know, let me see if I can see the mouse. It's responsive. It goes well. I mean, it moves well. It's not the worst thing out there. You could use this for light browsing, but it is not recommended for gaming. Then again, I don't know anybody who would use the trackpad for gaming. You need a mouse. Alright, and one other small thing, I guess you could say, it's a metal finish right here, but it looks really nice. I like the way it looks. It doesn't look cheap. That's one thing, but it does pick up fingerprints. I guess how your WASD keys are over here, and if you want to rest your palm or move your palm, it is very fingerprint prone. Okay, and one thing that I couldn't find an answer about is the fan. When you're playing heavy games like, let's say, Skyrim, Battlefield, it gets a good frame rate, trust me, but the fan does get like slightly, it's not like loud, but it's doing its job. It's getting the heat out. The laptop doesn't get that hot, and it's noticeable. Like, you'll hear the fan, but what could you expect from a gaming laptop, especially since with a game with like Skyrim and Battlefield that require a lot of graphics? I guess you could say graphics, yeah, graphics, and it does its job. It gets the hot air from the GPU and it gets it out. And well, let me tell you the cons of it. What I like about this laptop is the black and red backlit keyboard. It looks really pretty, really nice. Everything's, around black and red. That's the design they went with. And another thing is the speakers. The speakers are amazing. They sound nice. Like, not nice, they sound loud like they're supposed to. There's no hiccups, I guess you could say, in the speaker, or any of the, when you have those old speakers and you have it too loud and it buzzes. There's no buzzing, there's nothing like that. The speakers are amazing. I'm actually very surprised. I haven't had as good speakers on a laptop like with my other models. Well, my other laptops I have, their speakers are horrible. I have an Asus laptop that I had the speakers on the bottom of the laptop and you could barely hear it. It's horrible. But these speakers are really good. That's a plus of the laptop. That's a really good plus right there. Alright, and the screen. The screen is one thing to say about the screen is that it has a slight blue hue. Like, I connected to this laptop to a TV. Like, I have as you can see, I have a bigger TV up here, and if I have it connected up there, like, it looks a little more cleaner on the big screen, but I don't know what to expect really. But it has a slight blue hue. But other than that, the 1600 by 900 screen, it's a must pretty much. It's really the resolution is really crisp, and I like it. And especially since I got the 14-inch model, and there's also the Lenovo White 510p, which you could get that in 1080p. But I would say 1600 by 900 is decent enough. It's not as bad as it's not really the 1300 by 16768. I think that was the resolution that they offered for a cheaper model. It's not too bad, but everything's gonna look a little bigger, especially since you have a small screen, and the bezel takes up a lot of the screen, and you're gonna have to squint or something. But I'm glad that I got the 1600 by 900 screen. So if you're deciding on whether to get the 1600 or I think the 1366, I think that was it, go with the 1600. I got the Ultra Bay of the DVD. DVD rewritable. Of course, there's other configurations you get, like the SLI configuration, but the one NVIDIA card, I think it's a 750M. It works in all the games that I own. It runs really good, and it's honestly very, very, very surprising in how good it runs the games. It's just a solo card, but I'm surprised. You have your ports, your VGA port, Ethernet port, HDMI, USB 3.0 on your left side, and on the right side you have your Lightning. Always on USB right here, USB 2.0, and your headphone jack and your microphone jack and your Ultra Bay. Overall, I'm very happy with this laptop. I would give it a 9 out of 10. There's small things, of course, the bezel and the fingerprint prone, and one little thing I noticed that when I was using this is that when you have caps lock on, like, it just shows with this little light on the bottom. And if you're typing up here and you look down, you want to know if you have the caps lock on, and you won't see it. You would have to look down over here to see, oh, it's on. And I mean, it's a little thing, but that's just nitpicking. But nonetheless, this laptop is awesome. I run games really well on it. I'm pretty happy with my purchase. The battery life gets around I would say 3-4 hours if you're doing just light browsing. And for you to get the ultimate gaming experience, you would need to have it connected. So a simple way just to get around that is just disconnect the battery, take it off while you want, so that it doesn't overcharge, and then if you're on the go, just connect it. And that's my solution pretty much. I'm pretty happy with this. If you have any other questions, tell me in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as possible. And if you want me to do a video on the game that you're interested in knowing and how well it runs, leave it also in the comments, and I'll look it over and maybe I'll make another video. Thank you for watching.